All right, exponential functions from tables and graphs. So we have this table, and we want to find an exponential function of the form g of x equals a times b to the x. So g of x is standard for y here. It's like y, just more specific. We've talked about function notation in the past, so just don't let that confuse you. It's like y. All right, so g of x equals a times b to the x. So here they've made it really simple. They've given us our y-intercept. So remember that in this form, a is your y-intercept or initial value, and b is what you're multiplying by. So they've given us the y-intercept, so we don't have to go looking for that. They gave it to us. So if x is 0, this is the y-intercept. So a is going to be 12. So I have to change to my pen. Okay. I have g of x equals 12 times, and then I have to figure out, okay, what am I multiplying 12 by to get to 9? So to figure that out, I can say, okay, b equals whatever I have to multiply 12 by to get to 9. So I'm going to do 9 divided by 12. So b you can always figure out by taking a later number and dividing it by the previous number. Okay? And that will give you your b. As long as these are 1 apart, this will work. If these are more than 1 apart, then things get a little bit more complicated. But as long as these are 1 apart, I can just take the next number, divide it by the previous number, and that will give me my b. So 9 divided by 12, I'm going to simplify this. So 3 goes into both of these. So if I divide by 3, I get 3 over 4. So that's as simplified as we get. So we have 3/4. I need to put that in parentheses to the x power. Okay, because if I don't put the parentheses, then it looks like the x just applies to the 3, and it doesn't. It applies to the whole thing. So I need those parentheses. So I'm going to switch to my pointer, and then, so I have 12 fraction 3 over 4 to the x power. Okay, now they also have graph ones, so I want to do one more example. Okay, so I'm just going to erase this because that's distracting. All right. Okay, so we're given a graph of an exponential function, and we need to find the equation again. So again, first of all, a is always your y-intercept. So my y-intercept here is 9. So a is 9. I know that right off the bat. A is 9. Then I'm looking at this and it's decreasing. So this is what we call exponential decay, right? So I know that b is going to be less than 1. It's going to be between 0 and 1. It's never negative, right? So it's going to be between 0 and 1. Okay, because it's decreasing, I know that b is going to be less than 1. But I can also do the same trick that I did before. I can take this point and I can say, okay, my next number is 3. So I can do 3 divided by 9. So 3, remember, next divided by previous, same deal. 3 divided by 9 is 1/3. So b equals 3 divided by 9, which is 1/3. So g of x equals 9 times 1/3 to the x. That is all that I need. So 9 1/3 third to the x. Ta-da!